Hello, hello, and welcome back on Bernama. Today is still with me, Elane Noor Abdullah, and in the studio I have the dashing Amir Jumabhoy with me. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and yourself?
I'm great. Very, very happy that you've decided to join us in the studio.
No, it's great to be here. Thank you.
And we wanted to find out a bit more about yourself because not everybody would know who you are, what you do. Perhaps you could tell our viewers.
Okay. Well, my name is Amir Jumabhoy. I'm from Singapore, but I'm in Malaysia a lot because I play polo here. I love coming to Malaysia. I'm studying in Houston at Rice University in the United States, but Asia is home, and I think Malaysia is truly Asia.
Malaysia is truly Asia, but you say you play polo here. Do you live here most of the time when you play, or you still commute?
Well, I'm here maybe 2-3 months of the year when during tournament season and things like that, so I end up staying here quite a little bit.
Is it tournament season right now?
Right now, we're smack in the middle of tournament season.
Right, and later we will talk about having something that's happening on the 3rd of June, right?
Yeah, a special event, and I hope everybody can come, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Okay, so before we go on any further, I want to talk about this initiative that you thought of, you started back in Houston when you were studying, and talk about Golden Goals. Perhaps you can share what Golden Goals is all about.
Sure. So in 2010, my family went through 2 very personal experiences with cancer.
Right, okay.
And it was, a very tough time for me, as you can imagine. And coming from an Indian family as the eldest son, there's a lot more pressure and things like that.
Okay.
But it gave me a new outlook on life, and I wanted to make a difference and fight this disease. So I literally flipped a coin one day and said, okay, which hospital should I go to kind of, help
initiate this.
Initiate something with children's cancer. And I went to the Texas Children's Cancer Center. And I started a program called Golden Goals, where sponsors donate $10 for every goal I score during my competitive polo season, and all the money goes towards helping kids who have pediatric cancer.
How much has that garnered in Texas?
Well, last year we raised a total of $27,000 between Malaysia and Houston.
Amazing.
So it's not a bad start for a college kid, but I want to kind of take this a bit further now.
Right.
We did a charity game here in Malaysia last year that was supported by the Royal Malaysian Polo Association, who's been supporting a lot of my charity initiatives. And we played the kids against the adults. And all the money was going to go towards the Breast Cancer Welfare Association of Malaysia, because that's another cause that's quite close to my heart. And we raised a good amount there, but it was pretty funny because the losers would have to wear a pink bikini on top of their polo gear.
Oh my God!
And it was, it was kids against adults, and to be honest, the kids got completely destroyed. So we had to wear those bikinis.
You had to swallow humble pie.
Yeah, I hope there's no pictures that are going to be posted on the TV right now.
Well, we can see some pictures of you on polo. And we want to talk about polo. Polo has always been deemed, as a bit of an elite sport because it's deemed expensive.
Right.
And we wanted. I know we were talking to. I was talking to you outside, and we wanted to bring this to the masses, like how you say, about how F1 is available to the masses, but not everybody is an F1 driver.
Right.
But everybody can appreciate it.
Right.
So that's something that's in the works.
I think so. I think that on one hand, Malaysia has a really good ecosystem. If you want to get into polo, there are ways to do it. But also, if you look at a sport like Formula One, it has a great following because there's a lifestyle element and there's a sports element. And if you combine these two things together, you come up with a sport that really sells, that really includes a lot of people, and a lot of people can be immersed in this whole complete ecosystem of the sport. And I think that's something that we're trying to do with polo. And there are many initiatives around the world that do it. There are games in the United States that bring in 20,000 people every year. So can it be done? Yes, and it is being done. But now I think it's really time to bring it into Asia and to try and spread the message of polo in Asia and try to bring as many people as possible to watch the sport.
Because I'm looking at the sport, and we've watched some TV on it, not watched it live. I can imagine that it's a really exciting thing to watch because you have horses, you have gameplay, it's fast play as well.
Right.
Do you think that we have that capability Malaysian-wise to be able to bring it there?
Absolutely. Malaysia has amongst the highest competition of polo in the entire continent of Asia. And this is truly the home of polo in Southeast Asia. So if more people are able to see that, and if more people are able to see, look, Malaysia, we have some of the best players in the world coming from all over to participate in the tournaments here. This is something that we could get into. I think that's what we want to try and spread the message to, because polo, we might not have global megastars like Lewis Hamilton because of, the whole marketing aspect and stuff like that, but not yet.
Yes.
We're on the pathway of doing that, and I hope it can be achieved soon.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. I'm sure the viewers out there also look forward to be able to attend and watch and, be part of the whole atmosphere as how F1 has created all this fever as well. So hopefully Polo will get there. But I wanted to talk about how you are actually really young. You're in your early 20s, and most adults your age would probably be thinking about something else, be enjoying themselves elsewhere. Now, why is it important for you to be able to do this?
Well, I think it's on several levels, right, Elane? On one level, I play polo competitively, and when you play a competitive sport, you need to be disciplined. Study time is study time, homework time is homework time, but training time is training time, and game time is game time.
Right.
And you have to be very disciplined in following those timings. So that's on one hand. On the other hand, I think that when you get touched by an experience that's so close to your heart, and when people, when you see people around you who you've loved for so many years going through something difficult, it tends to give you a different perspective on life, I think.
Right.
And I think that having been touched by those experiences a couple of years ago, it's given me, I feel like it's given me my message with polo and the sport, and the this whole idea that I want to propagate to as many people as possible.
Well, hopefully it will get there someday, because it seems that you are passionate about having this come to fore. Now, we were talking about how does this actually help the sport of polo on a larger scale,
right?
Not just in terms of doing this small charity work. Where will this go?
Well, I think the sky's the limit, right? As you said, I'm young, and it depends on how much I want to take it.
You got to be ambitious.
You got to be ambitious. I'm currently planning a big polo week in Houston, for example, that includes social events with many different organizations, and culminating in a big charity game on a Sunday. And that's one way of bringing in as many groups as possible to the field and to watch polo.
Right.
And I think that that's the way you get the viewership in, is by organizing a lot of events and social events that people can have a good time at, but also that high octane polo event, at the end of the day.
Exposing them to this.
Exactly. And the charity element, I don't think it's a marketing tool to help make the sport mass, but what it is, it's a personal mission, and it's something that I feel is my responsibility to do as a polo player, as a young person, and as a global citizen of the world.
Great, because we look forward to be able to do this. But you also said that coming up on the 3rd of June, tell us about what's happening on the 3rd of June.
So on the 3rd of June is round 2, oldies against youngs.
Oldies against youngs. So are the youngs looking to thrash the oldies in return?
Well, we've been training very, very hard.
Okay.
We've all improved.
What was the age they had over you guys?
I think the average age they had last year was something like 51 or 52.
Wow, and you guys were...
Well, they only beat us on experience. Okay, let's get that down. All the women were cheering for us.
Right.
All the club was cheering for us.
Right.
But we lost because we were just young and inexperienced. But I think that we've all got the experience now.
Okay.
And we've rejigged the team a little bit.
All
and
right.
I think it should be a lot of fun. So we're playing a charity match on the 3rd of June at the Royal Selangor Polo Club.
Okay.
And we'd love for everybody to come and watch and give a suggested donation to the causes, which are the Breast Cancer Welfare Association and the Tunku Aziza Fertility Foundation.
Right, so there's no particular entrance fee to get in and stuff like that, but just a donation to the charity, to the Welfare Association.
Right.
Okay, and where exactly would this be? At Royal Selangor?
Royal Selangor Polo Club. It's I think it's off Jalan Ampang Hilir, if I've got my bearings right.
Jalan Ampang Hilir. Okay. Anyhow, if you want to find out a little bit more, you can actually go to their website, correct?
Yeah.
And the website?
The website is www.rmpa.org.my.
Okay. So besides going to this on the 3rd of June, right? What else can participants do or viewers do if they want to be part of this, want to contribute to the sport or be part of Golden Goals?
Well, I think in Malaysia, to be part of the whole polo lifestyle and scene, the first thing what I'd love to do is to invite people to come and watch us play. We're in the middle of our tournament season. This week, for example, we're having games out in Putrajaya almost every day.
Really?
And you can check the it's at the Equestrian Park in Putrajaya, and you can check the schedule online at the website I just gave you.
Okay. What's happening? Is that a competition?
Yeah, it's the Royal Selangor Polo Club International 2012. So it's it's the last big tournament of the men's polo season this year.
Okay.
And it's a tough tournament.
I can imagine. I was talking to you earlier about what the game of polo is all about, because I'm sure a lot of people know that polo is on a horse and you have a stick. So
that's about it.
That's about it. So perhaps you can give us a slight brief education of what to expect if you were to go to watch a polo show.
Sure. Polo 101.
Tournament. Yeah.
So It's 4-4.
Yes.
The number one is kind of like I'll use soccer terms because maybe it's a bit easier.
Yeah,
so
I would
you have
believe so.
a striker who's number one.
Okay.
Your number two position is kind of like your attacking midfielder.
Okay.
Number three is your holding midfielder, your defensive midfielder. He kind of controls the game. He's like your Spider-Man of the game.
Okay.
And number four is your defender. So there's
Okay.
no goalkeepers, and you're constantly moving.
Right.
So your horses are moving at over 25 miles an hour, and at maximum speed, that ball is moving at over 80 miles an hour. So it's a fast sport, and you have horses, hitting each other like that,
Wow.
off the ball.
Do they get injured all the time?
I've broken my left wrist twice. I've broken my toes, all 5 of them on my left foot. I've been knocked out. I've been concussed. But polo is like a drug. Once you start, you can't stop. You just want more of it and more of it.
Okay.
So for me, it's my biggest passion in life and something that I hope to bring. And the joy that I experience, I would love for many other people to experience as well.
We would like to, explore that as well. And how long generally would a game last?
Well, they're not that long, which is kind of nice. When I first went to the US and I watched my first game of American football, after the first 3 hours, I kind of got a little bit bored of it.
Unlike cricket. Okay.
But a polo game, as I said, it's a very fast game. And you can generally expect it to last between an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
So it's a nice bite-sized portion for everybody.
Yeah, it's something that's palatable that way.
Yeah.
Short and sweet. Okay, before we go, I know you have some websites that you can share in terms of what you're doing for Golden Goals. You have a Facebook page as well that
I
people
do,
can
I do.
log
And
onto.
each like from my Facebook page is 10 cents towards the Texas Children's Cancer Center.
Thank you very much.
So,
and it is Facebook at Ameer Jumabhoy and spelled Ameer Jumabhoy. That's the Facebook page. And you are also on Twitter.
I am on Twitter, and each follower is also 10 cents towards the Texas Children's Cancer Center. So follow me at Ameer Jumabhoy.
And you can see that on the screen. Facebook page is Ameer Jumabhoy and the Twitter is at Ameer Jumabhoy. That's the Twitter handle. You are playing for La Sarita.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep, I play for La Sarita, and we're based in Malaysia. And we've been playing together now for 5 years. It's our 5th anniversary.
Do you plan to go professional?
That's a question I get asked all the time.
Yes.
But I'm not sure how well that will go down with my mom.
Why not?
So,
if it makes you happy.
Well, I think that there are many facets of life, and I'm a multifaceted person. Going pro, you need to be extremely talented.
Right.
I would say I'm talented. I'm not talented maybe to that degree.
Okay.
I do want to go into business eventually, but polo will always be a passion of mine, and to spread this message of polo and raising social awareness through polo will always be my #1 priority.
Great. If there are viewers out there who want to be able to talk to you about contributing, is there an email that they can send it to as well?
Yeah, you can send it to ameerjumabhoy@gmail.com.
Okay, so that is Ameer Jumabhoy, AMEER JUMABHOY @gmail.com. If you want to find out a little bit more about Golden Goals or just polo in general, drop Ameer an email or tweet.
Or
Right.
tweet me. I'm pretty good about responding as well. So.
Yeah, Twitter nowadays connects everyone and everything.
It's amazing, I remember as a kid, the way we used to pass messages in class was to write
With
something
paper?
and throw it like a ball or something like that.
Yeah.
And now people just, have their phones under their desks. So don't do this, kids, but, have their phone under their desk and tweet or something like
But
that.
isn't it unsociable in a way?
It is. I was having this debate with my friend the other day. To some degree it is, and to some degree it helps you accomplish a lot. Like I'm going to be doing a charity game in Canada next year.
Yeah.
And I've only got in touch with these guys through Twitter.
All right, there you go.
So,
it connects people in different
It
ways.
connects people. I think if you use it wisely, it can be a great tool. But if you use it in a less wise way, let's say,
It might not be that
yeah.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the time that we have on the show. Thank you, Amir, for
Thank you.
sharing that. Go watch the game on the 3rd of June at the Royal Selangor
Polo
Polo
Club,
Club.
and cheer for me.
Thank you.
their children. And the first thing that comes to their mind if they have young children is, what will happen to my children in case I die of this disease prematurely? So the good news is that if you get it detected early and get the treatment, medical treatment at an early stage, chances are you don't have to face that premature death. You can live a normal, long life like anyone else. So the thing is, the fear is the main stumbling block, the psychological fear that women face, the social stigma that they attach this disease to. It's not just coming from women, it's coming from society at large. And we are trying to get rid of that obstacle. We're trying to say, hey, go and tell everyone you have breast cancer. There's nothing wrong with it. And if a woman says, oh my God, you have breast cancer, you need to give the message to the woman that you need to get yourself checked too, because in Malaysia, we have 1 in 20 women are likely to get breast cancer in their lifetime.
And that's quite a high...
That's quite a high rate. And it's, you know, for the different races, it's slightly different. But then if you think about 1 in 20, out of 100, you probably will get 5 women who have breast cancer. So what we want to do is, why die of the disease unnecessarily when you can actually do something about it? Yeah,
you can prevent it, and even if you're diagnosed with it, it is not the end of the world. I think that's also the message I'd like to share.
Early detection, but treatment, medical treatment should be early as well. They should not wait. Don't wait till it's too late, because if you wait till it's too late, then it's difficult for the doctors to help you.
It is going to be a bit difficult. Okay, so that's all the time we have today to talk about this topic. The Breast Cancer Welfare Association will be conducting the Orchid Day campaign from 28th of March to the 1st of April. And of course, don't forget the workshop, the flower arrangement workshop on the 31st of March. And where will that be?
At 79540133.
Okay, that's right. And you can also find them online. They have a website, Breast Cancer Welfare Association Malaysia, otherwise known as BCWA. Well, that's all the time for today. Do stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks.
much. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.